G'day folks, welcome to the very start of this playthrough of the Battle of Antietam. We're ready to go here. I've I've reread the rules again. I've printed off Nick's brilliant player aid guide, which you can find on Board Game Geek on the None But Heroes page, and I've read through that. I've got a summary of Union and Confederate special rules, and I'll run through these very quickly. Basically, McClellan cannot give orders to divisions. Have to be a corps as a whole. No orders until 7:15 a.m. He's asleep. 6 infantry divisions must remain east of the Antietam Creek until 10 a.m. And I've had a look through, and that's most of them pretty much. So we won't have many Union forces crossing the Antietam before 10 a.m. The 9th Corps can attack before 10 a.m., but they're bound by the above 2 restrictions. So they can't receive orders until then, and they must retain well, there must be 6 Union divisions, which will include at least some of that 9th Corps. Only Union leaders under attack orders can roll for initiative. Burnside has a special wing commander rule where he has to accept an order and then Cox has to accept before it then passes down to the smaller formations. Special rules for the lower bridge, special rules for the 2nd Corps when they arrive. They get a distortion result. There are some special details there. Artillery supply rules, which I won't enter. Pleasanton can only receive 1 order per day, and he can't roll for initiative. So that's going to be very restrictive on that Union cavalry. And just summarising the Union replenishment rules. If we look at the Confederates, Lee, Jackson, and Longstreet can all issue orders to any command. Only Lee can issue orders to these commands. McLaws is of course asleep in the long grass, as I mentioned before, and he has to roll when accepting the first order. There's a couple of special commanders. So Toombs can command any grouping of units within Jones's division. Cook commands the 27th North Carolina and any other 1 regiment and doesn't need any orders. He's got a lot of sort of free will and initiative. The Stuart Cavalry is basically 3 independent commands that probably won't come up for a while. The Confederate artillery is very limited. There is no replenishment of ammunition by caisson. They must head off the K exit, roll D6 hours to delay, and then re-enter. So when they run out of ammo, it's really going to hurt them. At noon, they can form ad hoc regiments. I'll explain that later on when it comes up. It's hours away. On the 18th, they recover various losses. I am playing also by the historical arrival of AP Hill's Light Division, including all the forces that he had. So here we are. As I said in the sort of preview video, it is 5:45 a.m. The sun is coming up. Visibility is 12 hexes. Union goes first, and we are playing by the historical orders for Hooker's 1st Corps. And that is, the 1st Corps is to attack south along a zone which is no more than 6 hexes west of the Hagerstown Pike. So 6 hexes west. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No more than 6 west of that to 3 hexes east. Oh, inclusive. South along a zone, which is no more than 6 hexes west. A bit confused by this. Attack south along a zone and 6 hexes west of Hagerstown Pike and 3 hexes east of the Smoketown Road to capture the hill across from the Dunkard Church. 23:11. 3:11. So they're looking for this point here. Basically down this corridor, staying close to the road. I did consider changing the orders. Look, there's a couple of options here. You've got 3 main options starting with the Union. You could shift right towards Nicodemus Hill and cut out that Confederate artillery that are going to hit your flank and your rear all morning. You could drive historically down the road or you could shift around to the left and come in basically where 12th Corps did historically. I'm going to try and stay with the historical orders and stay close to the historical path, but I'm going to try and avoid the far right of this position. I do want to drive straight across this valley here into the cornfield. That's about, and so yeah, McClellan is asleep. He issues no orders. Excuse me for a moment while I let the dog out. So McClellan issues no orders, so there's nothing else we have to worry about. Pretty much. Hooker has his hair on fire. He launched into the left flank. Once the 12th Corps is on the map, Hooker can request that they attack in his support, and this is accepted instantly. Now, Hooker's orders are automatically accepted at the start of the scenario. It's been communicated to his divisions overnight, and they are all ready to go. Confederates have no orders. There are no orders anywhere. I haven't issued any orders whatsoever. I think I will wait and see how the situation develops. I have no orders for any Confederate forces. They are allowed to defend their ground. And it explains in the rules that you can defend the cornfield because this is the ground that they're sort of in and defending. Yeah, we are ready to go pretty much. All right, so the way I'm going to try and do this is a bit more procedurally than I have with the smaller scenarios. Try and go from sort of left to right, make sure everything's covered, but sort of section by section. So focusing on the 1st Corps here, let's get to it. So the 1st Corps needs to capture the hills around this area, 2311 down here. Okay, here we go, folks. First moves. Let's get this this 1st Brigade of the 3rd Division just in a bit of a tighter formation, I think. Now they're going to head straight down here to the left flank of this Confederate line, the right flank of the Confederate line, their left, but they do want to be in a bit better shape, so they'll just slightly move up. And they're relatively small regiments, so I might actually stack these together. 1, 2, 1, 2. Already I need to remind myself of the terrain effects. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll just sort of refuse their flank a little bit. Okay, so now if we shift back a bit, let's bring up the, okay, I do want to keep these together. So let's bring meat up first. Let's focus on the 3rd Division, and we'll bring up the 3rd Brigade. Anderson is a 0 rated command leader under attack orders, so he must roll, and he gets full movement, which is good. He's going to shift out to just a little bit to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's have a look at that. Okay, so Anderson was successful in his move. Let's see if Magleton can follow him. Another 0 rated command leader under attack orders needs to roll, and he only gets half movement. That's okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3rd Division is done. Okay, we'll kind of use, I think, 2nd Division under Ricketts as just a second wave. Let's bring them forward. First of all, we've got Christian, another 0 rank command leader. He gets half movement. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. This is Heart Stuff. He gets full movement. Christian will have half movement with the 2, 2, 1. So they get 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Heart Stuff is not a 0 rank command leader. He gets full movement. 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and this is the 3rd Brigade under Heart Stuff, so he can move up. 2, 3. And Duryea is another 0 ranked command leader, the 1st Brigade, 2nd Division, 1st Corps. He gets full movement, but he probably doesn't want to really use, well, he probably should use his full movement when he can. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, we've got Double A and the Iron Brigade back here, and they'll just shift in behind Meade, I think. We'll bring them all right in line here, so these guys need to shift out to the left a bit. Here is Gibbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sharpshooters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really not sure what to do with these yet. I mean, ideally they should be out in front, skirmishing, but they kind of start right at the rear. Phelps's Brigade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put them there. And now we have Patrick and Hoffman. I don't know if you can see these guys way out on the right here, but they are also 0 ranked leaders, and these are the guys exposed to the Confederate Artillery when I played the smaller scenario. So let's try and get Patrick's 3rd first out of there. Yes. Full movement. Okay, let's maybe, how far can we get them up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's see how Hoffman goes. He is going to have half movement. 2, 3. Okay, that is pretty much it for the most of the movement of the 1st Corps. You'll notice I had some artillery set up limbered. They weren't in great firing positions. So basically there's this same hill rule where if artillery is on the same hill as its target, it can see it. But I'd like to get in just to clarify this a little better. I want to move these guys up and unlimber them atop a hill, just so it's crystal clear. There's no ambiguity here. 1, 2, 3. I'll limber there. They can't shoot. I kind of need to have little markers to kind of indicate what's moved. I know Thompson and Simpson have moved. We've also got Matthews here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't need to go far, just to get in a better position. All right, let's try and get, again, keeping in mind, this is the full day of battle. Hey, Kevin. Yep, this will go up in a couple of hours once it's finished the live playthrough. So because it's a big full day battle, I'd like to get started with some cannon battery fire. I didn't really do this in the smaller scenario too much. So Matthews, Simpson, Thompson. Let's start with Edgell, because that way I know that all those shifted 60 degrees have fired. So Edgell out here will take the first shot at Pelham's Cavalry N1. Let's have a go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, range of 11, which is going to be a -2 modifier. Napoleon, here we go. That's not going to hit, and they're done. Let's now have a go with Reynolds shooting at this cavalry. Some rifled cannons, again, be -2. A roll of 6 won't have any effect, narrowly. Munro then will shoot at the front here. And a roll of 10 will cause some damage. 6 shifted left, 2, and a roll of 10 will cause a hit onto this battery. We have our first casualty, and it's inflicted on Carpenter's battery. They need to make a morale check. They are C ranked, and that is not a good roll. So, C morale, 10. The disorganized back 3 with 1 additional loss. So, we need to find all our markers. Disorganized back 3, 1, 2, 3, and they've taken that 1 additional loss. Okay, first blood to the Union. All right, we have a ransom up on the hill here. Actually, there's some artillery on a double day as well. Yeah. We might shoot with this artillery piece here. So 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Range 11 will be 2 to the left. And a 7 with 2 to the left will cause a morale check on these guys. They are also C ranked. A roll of 8 will see them shaken. Actually, there are artillery don't leave cowardly legs. They are shaken back 1. Yep. Incidentally, cannon battery fire markers are not placed because they were back, I believe. Okay, we've got ransom here now. They'll fire at Gardner's battery. And a roll of 10. 4 SPs firing. 10 will cause a hit. They are down now to 4. Another C-ranked unit. And another roll of 10 will see them disorganise back 3 with 1 additional loss. So that opening volley, okay, one thing, yep, no, Union getting very lucky. These rolls are not depleting their ammunition, they are causing hits, and this low-rank morale Confederate artillery is failing their morale checks and is panicking and retreating. Yeah, good start for the Union out in their right flank. It was this. This is of course Nicodemus Hill. This is geez. When I played the small scenario, they devastated Doubleday's division, but now they don't have many guns left in healthy condition out here, and there's still more guns to fire. We do have Cooper up here with 4 SPs. Let's try and take some. Don't know, these guys are in an awkward position. There is a bit of a hill here, which they're kind of on. They're effectively uphill up here, but they can not see much because of the big tree line in front of them. There is though some more Confederate artillery down here, and I don't know if it's worth taking a long distance shot or maybe just firing at the there's a big tree line in the way as well. Yeah, they can see, they can't see much. They can see these open order units. And these trees are in effect 2 levels above them, so they can't really see over the trees. Yeah. So no target for Cooper, as far as I'm aware. Well, they could shoot here, this open order unit with artillery. Yeah, those guns on the right are a pain. Hi Mark, hi John. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to follow orders, stick to the orders by sticking between Smoketown Road and Hagerstown Pike. But avoid the far right of the cornfield. I'm not completely avoiding it. I am kind of sacrificing Patrick and Hoffman. They will take up this right flank. But I mean, I don't want to be too close to those guns. So we have we might get Cooper to have a shot at what is this? Jones's Brigade B. Yeah, just double checking. All right, so we're going to have a shot with them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's quite long range. That'll be 3 to the left. A roll of 8, unfortunately. Well, actually, 4, 1, 2, 3. No, it's off the charts just. So no effect there. And no ammunition depletion following all that artillery fire. That is pretty much it for the first corps. Now, actually, yep, it's a second corps gun down here. There are no other, I'll just kind of run through the situation here. We have got the second corps down here. They're in column, packed up, ready to go. We've got Pleasanton's cavalry here. They're ready to go. Shifting along, 9th Corps out there. They are in line and formed up, ready to go. But again, with no orders, and there will be no orders until at least 7:15 a.m. So all the focus of the morning's fighting is going to be out here. Okay, so that is pretty much the Union turn done. It's a pretty quick turn, pretty quick first turn. That's about all the first corps can do. Let's shift now. Sorry, another thing to keep in mind. Okay, let me just kind of run through. There is no. Okay, there are no orders to accept, so I don't have to worry about that. There is no fluke stoppage for the first 8 turns. So until 7:45, there'll be no fluke stoppage rolls. We of course have the Union rally phase, but there's nothing to rally. Everything went pretty smoothly there. So we shift to the Confederates. They have no orders, no attack recovery, no fluke stoppage. They now have their movement and combat phase, their main activity phase. And they want to get back on these hills and get their guns set up as quickly as possible. So they'll move and unlimber. 1, 2, 3, 4. And unlimber. They should have been limbered. Same here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back where they were. Back into prime firing position, basically. So that's those three. Let's have some shots now. Confederates about to return fire. 7. A mix here of 12-pound howitzers and rifled cannons. And I think we're just going to, well, should the Confederates engage in a bit of an artillery duel. Hey John, can the batteries on the left Union flank not fire? They could, but they're, so yeah, they way out to the left here. No, they could. They just, this is their, we've got reserve artillery set up east of the Antietam. We could have some early morning shots. I don't know. It just, there'll be no, I guess my concern is if I start just firing wildly with this artillery, I mean, even if they cause any successes, there'll be no infantry to follow up. They risk exhausting their ammunition. My kind of thinking here is there's no attack to support that artillery. It'll just be sort of a few pot shots here and there. Even if we get some sort of some disorganisation and shaken and back results. I think the concerns about ammunition outweigh the kind of benefits of actually doing any damage at this early stage. Once 9th Corps is active, once 2nd Corps is more active, even if when they're sort of, when I have a plan for them, I guess, I'll think about that artillery. There's all, this is reserve artillery set up all along the creek. There's 12th Corps artillery set up just below me, just down here. They are at very long range. They could hit the flank here, but it's about 10, 20 odd hexes, which is going to be 4 column shifts to the left if they try to hit along here at all. Yeah, there's a lot of empty space here before we can get to those guns. You could do it. You could certainly have some shots. I'm just trying to play the long game, I guess, and not risk burning through. Incidentally, these are my ammo supplies. So this is what I'm mindful of. The main train, supplied through entry F, has 84 shell, 42 canister. The forward train coming in through C and D, entry hexes, which is sort of basically 1st Corps area, has 51 shell, 25 canister. And the HR ammo supply has only 16 shell and 8 canister. These are special guns that the 20-pound Parrots and 24-pound howitzers had to be supplied via their own special. I think Dean talks about that, how, or maybe I was reading it elsewhere, that McClellan sought a special train of ammunition to supply those guns, but it arrived too late. So yeah, it's wonderful how you're thinking about, you can't just fire willy-nilly, you do have to think about ammunition, and that's what I'm doing. The first turn, I don't want to fire too sort of wildly. So, Confederates, we had a consideration whether they should hit Patrick in the flank or cannon battery, engage in an artillery duel. And look, I think Confederates really want to soften up this attack. it was very successful. When these guns hit this Union right flank in the small scenario, they caused a lot of damage to Doubleday's division, and it really kind of broke up that Union attack. Patrick and Hoffman never really got going. They suffered a lot of disorganisation just before they can even get to the cornfield. If they can repeat that, it'll really kind of shake Hooker's foundations, I think. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to hit 7 SPs at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 range. So it's just 1 to the left. And a roll of 9 will cause a hit. There we go. First Union casualty is the 21st New York. They are a B ranked unit. They'll make a morale check and they will pass that. Okay, we also have this Pelham cavalry, just 1 gun firing at the next unit across, 23rd New York. That will not cause a hit at all. They can't shoot. That's cavalry. What else we got? Okay, these guys, I don't know what they're doing down here. It's just kind of like they're in a gully with forests in front of them. It's such a weird place to be. So, you know what? I'm going to limber them up, put them in a bit of firing position. Unless they're not posted there, are they? Look, I'll leave them there for now. You never know what might happen on this left flank. So they're going to stay there. All right. Got a lot of Confederate guns in the centre here. So, where do we go? Here we go. Let's start. Excuse my hand. I'll try to do right-handed. We've got 6 guns here, and they're going to smash straight into Seymour's brigade. 6 at range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same hill, over 5 hexes, so they ignore friendly units blocking line of sight. So 1 column shift to the left for range. A roll of 6 will cause a morale check, which a B ranked unit roll of 9 will see them shaken and back 1. Okay. And our first shaky legs. Let's grab my shaky legs markers. I keep calling them shaky legs, but they're cowardly legs. Shaky legs just seems a bit less offensive, the poor guys. Okay, all right. Now we have got 4, 5, 6 guns, or 6 SP rather, targeting the 13th pen. Yep, at range 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is just the 1 column shift to the left. A roll of 9 will cause 1 extra hit. And a morale check, which they'll pass. All right, let's get 4 guns shooting at Seymour. A 6 will not cause any damage at all. And we've got Peterson's H3 shooting at the 6 pen reserve with 1 column to the left. Roll of 3, won't do anything. So we're done here. Okay, we've got Blackshear's battery up on the hill here. They are... Okay, so another consideration here is because Confederate ammunition is so low, they really need to be careful with their shots. And they can't shoot any of these units, so they have to shoot even further. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's even if they have line of sight. They can shoot down here for 18, but that'll be 4 columns to the left. And the only way they'd hit, basically, is if they rolled a 10, 11, or 12, and that'll also deplete their ammunition, likely to deplete their ammunition. So, yeah, I'm not going to take these long. Confederates are basically going to be more conservative, even more conservative with their ammunition for their artillery. I think it's the same up here, at least until the Union forces get closer. Once they reach that cornfield, they're kind of at least within sort of 10 to 13, which is only 2 column shifts as opposed to the 4 where they are at the moment. Really kind of at the extent of their range as well. In fact, this is a howitzer, so it's only got a range of 10, so it can't hit much at all. Yeah. We've got some guns over here, setting up limbered. We'll leave them there for now, I think. Just for this turn. Let the guys sleep. Let's think now about Confederate movement and shooting. And again, then they're kind of under these. They're not under attack orders. They're just defending these positions. They, within that sort of remit, they can kind of organise themselves into a better kind of line. Oh, here we go. We've got Pogue's rifled cannons, 4 SPs. They'll shoot straight down the line at the 10th Pen Reserve. Have they had? I think they've been shot at. So let's try the 11th Pen Reserve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 to the left. Roll a 4. Won't do anything. All right. So basically, what I want to do is come and well, send my kind of skirmishers out in front to meet the threat. So I don't have a lot of those. Let's Jackson is a 0 rank commander, but he's not under attack orders, so he's allowed to move freely, basically, relatively freely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six. And might just put these guys behind the stone wall here. Open order, stone wall, good defensive position. Just a slight movement there. Now we've got Stonewall's brigade. And a couple of very low strength regiments. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So all they're doing is kind of, again, not under attack orders. This is just basically Yule's interpretation of his orders to defend this ground is to form a better defensive line to meet this incoming threat. He sees the First Corps marching towards the cornfield. They're not just going to let their flanks be hit. He's going to adjust his line and basically turn to meet it. Sending skirmishers out in front. Yeah. He will in fact shift his line a little bit more. Whilst Walker's brigade will hold this position. Okay, behind the lines, we have got a lot going on. Let's bring up Warren just a bit closer to the lines. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. And yeah, look, a lot of different Confederate divisions. You got D.H. Hill's division, this Hood's division, Ewell's division, sort of this main force here. Whew. Just going to try and take it slow. I think, look, I'm just thinking I might wait with the rest. I've got Ripley's brigade behind Walker's brigade here, so they've at least got an immediate reserve. Same here, 2 lines. It's more, I mean, it's 5:45 a.m. These guys have just woken up. I think it's just a case of wait and see what happens. Wait and see what the Union does. Don't want to rush into anything. The Confederate plan, I should have kind of explained the sort of broader idea here. Confederates just want to survive. Everything they're doing here is about survival. They don't want to... Look, there's a victory condition where they can break through the Hagerstown Pike and sort of manage to find a route out to the north. That's not what I'm thinking as the Confederates. Confederates are just surviving, conserving their ammunition, conserving their forces, withstanding Union attacks. Look, I may consider opportunities as they arrive, but again, keeping within the mindset of this era, Confederates on the back foot, retreating, trying to slow things down and bring their forces together still, outnumbered and delaying. So yeah, slowing down, not rushing into things. I think first turn of the day, 5:45 a.m. I don't want to do too much. So we'll leave most of these how they are basically. Same with the rest of the flank here. I'm not even going to really look at anything out there. 9th Corps are still asleep. McClellan's still asleep. They're happy. We're good. Okay. Union position. It's amazing how the rules kind of drive you towards that historical mindset, because McClellan's still asleep, Hooker's woken up and he's charged straight in. He's waiting for the 12th Corps. They'll work together. I can't do anything with 9th Corps or really 2nd Corps until at least McClellan wakes up in an hour and a half. So I'm not even really thinking about them yet. When he wakes up, then we'll start sort of thinking about orders. But for now, this is really, this is where the battle's being fought. All these guys are still basically asleep, and it's pretty quiet. Okay, so back to the, back to the Confederates. They minimal movement here, really just organising Ewell's line. Yeah, and now they rally. So these guys will recover to Shaken. They'll recover, and they'll recover to Shaken. And that, folks, is pretty much the end of the first turn. Again, just a reminder, there's no fluke stoppage for the first 8 turns. So that now brings us to 6 a.m. and on to the second Union turn. So again, Hooker still has his orders. There are nothing changing there. Incidentally, the first Union reinforcements arrive at 6:30. So not this turn, not the next, but the following. The first Confederate reinforcements arrive. What time is that? Oh, this turn. Okay, we've got a lot of Confederate troops arriving. So I'll need to look into that. Union forces, okay, so they are going to continue with this artillery dominance out on the far right. So let me sort of shift your attention down here to the right, and these batteries behind the lines. We'll start with Edgell. Actually, we'll start with Reynolds. We'll kind of work our way this way. Reynolds taking a shot out here on the far right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. A 5 will do nothing. Edgell fighting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What is that? That's well, 2 column shifts to the left. And a roll of 10, though, will cause another hit. And a morale check, which they should pass, yep. But they now receive a counter-battery fire marker for suffering an adverse combat result. All right, we've got Munro here, shooting in the centre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's going to miss. We have got Thompson shooting here. Ooh, that is going to deplete our ammo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. To the left with 4 gives us a result of 1. And we have our first replenishment by caisson. Shell 1. 1 of 51. Okay. And another counter battery fire. Oh, morale check, of course, as well. And they're C ranked, and they'll pass. All right. So that's, what have we done? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got this battery here under double day with 6. And unfortunately, they can't really see much because there's a big tree line in the way, right in front of them. They can kind of see out to their right, but not much further. Where does this tree line run? Kind of runs to here, so yeah, out to their right, but not much. So let's look at Simpson's battery here, and Matthews and Cooper. They're going to shift their attention this way, straight down the Confederate lines. Now, there's a ridge line here, which I need to be mindful of, and a tree line that runs along here. So I can kind of see the right side of these forces. Let's try Cooper first, because he's got probably the hardest job. I think he missed out last turn. So he'll shoot at J.R. Jones himself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. With 4 will be to the left. A roll of 8 will cause a morale check. And they are an A-ranked unit that rolls a 7. And they'll pass. Now we'll get Matthews shooting at the next unit along. It's going to be -1 again. -2, sorry. No result. And now Simpson shooting. They can't see across the ridge. Now I'm pretty sure they could see this unit up on the heights up here. You know, sort of elevated terrain. The ridge is below them up one level, so they could see that. So that's going to be a bit of range. And a roll of 12 will cause a hit. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 2 to the left, 4 to the left, will cause 1 hit. And a morale check, which they pass, and another shell depleted. 49 left. See what I mean? It's going to run out pretty quickly. Okay, guns around here done. No more guns around here. Nothing else firing. We can shift now to Union movement. And I kind of think Seymour wants to wait for the rest of the corps to move up. Doesn't want to get caught between sort of 3 or 4 Confederate brigades. So, look, he might take a couple of steps forward. 1, 2. These are sharpshooters, so maybe I'll give it a go. 1, 2. And they might take a shot. So they'll suffer an opening volley. They're wiped out. There you go. First regiment lost is the 13th Pennsylvania Reserve Sharpshooters. Tried to get a cheeky shot off. I'll double check that, but I'm pretty sure they're not immune to open all blood areas over there. They're not immune to opening volleys as far as I'm aware. Just very vulnerable. All right, poor guys. Okay, we'll shift the rest of Seymour out to the left. 2, 1, 2. Now let's try to bring up Hartstuff onto this right flank here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you can go 5, 6. Actually, here a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Got to keep my divisions together. So you're kind of out of command, Seymour. Meade is all the way down here. Command range is 8 to your division. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're kind of a bit out of range. So I've got to move Meade up closer at least. To 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. All right, Christian's 2nd Brigade. Will he move? Yes, he will at full movement. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. You're not part of Christian's brigade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think that's it for the second. Here we go. 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, let's try and get Henderson's brigade out in front. Will he move? Yes, but at full strength, full movement actually. So 1, 2, 3. They could take a shot. Is it worth it? 5 SPs with 1 to the left, 7 or more would cause morale check. Range of 1. I don't think so. I think we'll play it a bit safe for now. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, that's the 3rd brigade done. Let's see if Magleton's brigade will move. They will not. Just creating a roadblock for the Iron Brigade. All right, Duryea, will you move? Yes, at full speed. So they'll occupy kind of a central position. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. You're part of the 3rd second, so you should be all the way up the front here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Magleton's not moving. He's frozen. The Iron Brigade can... I kind of want to hold them back. I don't want to push them up too fast. We'll keep... we'll keep Doubleday's 1st Division really in reserve. They'll shift out to the left a bit. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try and get our sharpshooters out in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see if... well, we probably should get Magleton if he could move out to the right flank here. Try and keep Meade's brigade together, Meade's division together, the 3rd division together in the front. I know Hart's stuff has sort of rushed up here eagerly. He has Ricketts right behind him. Seymour just occupies his unusual place at the start, way out in the front left, which kind of pushes him away from Meade. Patrick, will he move? Yes, but at half movement speed. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's move Doubleday up. And will Hoffman move? Yes, at full speed. Okay. So he will come right up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These guys just have their right flank fully exposed, those Confederate guns up on the hill, which is scary. But yeah, can't just kind of leave this flank open. Okay, well, look, folks, I'm going to start wrapping up here. I'll have a look at those Confederate reinforcements, get them all ready, and yeah, to give you a sense, basically, I've got two big stacks. Those two big stacks at the top here are about to come on, so I'll need to double check their entry hexes and think about what to do with them. They'll all be coming down here somewhere, but I kind of need to figure that out. And then we'll run through the Confederate turn. We'll quickly do the Union rally. So one shaken, remove the cowardly legs, and we're ready to do the Confederate turn. As I said, I'll just double check all those rules, make sure everything's okay, and yeah, then play through that. Thanks for watching, folks. This has been the, I guess, the first shots of Antietam. We've had some good Union success out here on Nicodemus Hill, causing some good hits on Confederate artillery, causing some shaken and disrupted results, which has just disrupted the gunners and disrupted their cannon fire. So far, the Union right flank, again, it's only been one turn, but it's looking pretty healthy. 6 a.m, a lot more to come, a lot more fighting to happen, but a good sign when the Union can inflict these early casualties on those Confederate guns out on their right flank. And again, this is just a reminder, this is just one part of the fighting. McClellan is still asleep. The Ninth Corps is still frozen. No orders can be issued until 7:15 a.m. and 6 Union divisions must stay east of the Antietam until 10 a.m. and that'll be the bulk of these units. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll run through the playthrough as soon as I can.